All right, let's take a look at this classic American fiddle tune, Turkey in the Straw. This one's in the key of G, so it lays out really nice on the fingerboard, and it's a fun tune, so let's take a look at this. All right, so this song starts off with a fiddle tune kickoff called Potatoes. It sounds like this. And generally, you would play that bar 4 times. That's just mimicking a fiddle shuffle. Sometimes fiddle players will play that 2 times and then go in. I think it's pretty common to do it 4 times because it gives everybody you're jamming with a little more time to hear the tempo and to kind of get prepared for the tune. So it's pretty typical to play that 4 times. So what this is I'm sliding from 4 to 5 on the 4th string, and I'm just playing a forward roll. It sounds like this. And then there's a single note pinch. So what I do is forward roll, I start with thumb on the 4th string, and I'm sliding with middle finger from 4 to 5, frets 4 to 5 on the 4th string, pluck with thumb, index hits the 3rd, middle hits the 1st, thumb hits the 5th, and then index hits the 3rd, that's a quarter note, and then a pinch. Okay, so you would really want to do that either 2 or 4 times. And then there's going to be 2 pickup notes that lead into the melody. So I'm going to play that the amount that you would play it 4 times. 3. Now, right after I hit that last 3rd string with the index, then there's 2 pickup notes leading into the melody. And we're starting off in this familiar position in the G melodic scale. It's a fragment of the G scale. We've got our index on 1st string, 9th fret, middle on 2nd string, 10th fret, and here's our 2 pickup notes. Now that's just middle on 1st string and index on 2nd. And now our first actual downbeat of the melody is on the 5th string. That's our first melody note of the tune, so we're going. All right, and we're only here for 1 second for the pickup notes. Now we're going down to another scale position, which actually looks like a D-shaped kind of a bar chord, but we're going to have a ring finger on 1st string, 7th fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 7th fret, and then we're going to play that with index, thumb on the 5th, middle on the 1st, thumb on the 5th, and then we're open our left hand, take that off the fretboard. We do a backward roll strings first with the middle, index second, and then we're going to place our middle finger on 3rd string, 5th fret, and pluck with thumb. Now we're going to play that in context, that whole measure we've got. And with the 2 pickup notes so you can hear how that all sounds in time, we've got. All right, now the second measure of the melody of the tune goes like this. And that's middle on the 1st string, placing my middle of the left hand on 2nd string, 5th fret, pluck with index. Back to the 1st, open with middle, and then index open, 2nd string, middle on the 1st, open. And that's a quarter note, so we've got. Now we've got 2 more pickup notes, and we're going back into that first shape we started in on frets 9 and 10. These 2 pickup notes go thumb on the 5th, index on the 2nd. And that's playing the 10th fret, 2nd string. And now the phrase is a little different. We've got 2 quarter notes on 9th fret, 1st string. Pluck those with middle. And then it does a backward roll in the same position. Middle finger on the 1st string, index 2nd, thumb 5th, and then back to index 2nd. So that little phrase goes. And that's over a D chord, just so you know. And then we stay in this position. We're in this position for a little while. We do another quarter note, middle finger on the 1st string, 2 quarter notes on the 2nd string, pluck with index. Then we have our first 2 pickup notes that we started off with. And then we play that same bit that we did in the first measure again. At the 7th fret. And then the next measure, 2 pickup notes. Now this measure's a little different. This is in the last measure of the 3rd line, and we're playing 1 quarter note on the 1st string. We're back in this position. And we're plucking with middle. And then what I'm doing is changing out of that position to 12th fret. I'm placing my pinky on 1st string, 12th fret, ring finger, 2nd string, 12th fret. And now we do a backward roll. We have 1 quarter note there actually first. 1st string, 12th fret. So we had. And then a backward roll. And now I'm switching back into that 10th and 9th fret position. So now that measure sounded like this in context. So that little position you would want to practice just like that, kind of moving back and forth to just kind of get that transition under your fingers. So the next measure is our first ending of the A part, and it sounds like this. So what we basically did there was just pluck 1. We're still in this position of index and ring on frets 9 and 10, strings 1 and 2, and we're plucking ending number 1. We pluck with middle finger. Then thumb on the 5th. Now we're moving down to fret 7, and we've got our middle on the 1st string, 7th fret. Ring on the 1st string, 7th fret, middle 2nd string, 7th fret, and we just are doing a backward roll, strings 1, 2, 5. That's middle, index, thumb, and then we have our pickup notes again, just like we started. All right, and then so what you're going to do is play through the A part 1 more time, so it's A, A, B, B. And then ending 2 looks like this. It's basically the same thing as ending 1, except it's got just 2 quarter notes on the 5th string. So we're going to pluck 1st string 9th fret, middle finger, thumb on the 5th, move down back to fret 7. We've got ring on 1st string 7th, middle on 2nd string 7th. We do a backward roll. So that was 2 quarter notes with a thumb on the 5th string. So ending number 2 sounds like this. So that's the whole A part, and you play it 2 times. Just be aware of ending number 1 and ending number 2. The way it works is ending number 1 leads you right back to the top of the A part. You play right back through it. Ending number 2 is designed to lead you into the B part. So let's take a look at the B part. All right, so the B part is actually starting G chord at the 12th fret. This is just the bar chord. And the position we're going to be in is ring finger on 1st string 12th fret, middle finger 2nd string 12th fret. This is a position that I use pretty regularly if I'm holding a bar chord, a partial bar chord. And this has a little bit of a syncopated feeling, so the timing of this goes. So you've got da 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 da. Pretty easy to play, it's just a little syncopated. And all we're using here is middle and index for the whole measure. So we've got basically 2 eighth notes at the beginning of the measure of the B part. We've got index pluck 2nd string, and then middle on the 1st string. And we do that 2 times with this timing. And then a quarter note 1st string. And then it does that again. The 2nd measure of the B part starts the same way, except we just hit the 1st string once for 1 quarter note at the very end of that measure. So you've got... Now I'm going to play those 2 together because I think they fit real nice. They kind of flow together. So the beginning of the B part again. And I'm just using middle and index the whole time. Now we're going to play that same rhythm, but we're moving up. This goes from a G to a C chord. And I'm going to place index on 2nd string 13th fret and ring finger 1st string 14th fret. We do that same rhythm with just index and middle. And now we're moving up to a partial F-shaped G chord. I'm going to hold this. This is at 15th and 17th fret. I generally hold this one with index on 2nd string 15th and ring finger on 1st string 17th fret. And we're doing a Dillard roll, which is just... Okay, and that's a half a measure of that. That's middle on the 1st string, index 2nd, middle on the 1st again, thumb on the 5th. So that's the roll. So you've got... This is a G chord. We're going back to a partial bar. Ring finger 1st string 12th fret, middle 2nd string 12th fret. Another Dillard roll. Okay, so that is 1 measure. We're splitting those shapes, but here it is again. Okay, now we're basically still on a G chord. For a half a measure, we're going to move down into our Sally Gooden position. Ring finger 1st string 9th fret, index 2nd string 8th fret. And we do another Dillard roll. And what we're doing here is we do the Dillard roll. Now I'm going to move my ring down to 7th fret, 1st string, and we've got 1 quarter note. Okay, so that measure again goes. And then there's 2 pickup notes that lead into the next measure, and that's we're going back into this shape with index and middle on frets 9 and 10, strings 1 and 2, and we do the pickup notes leading into the 1st string. That's thumb on the 5th, index 2nd, And then we got a quarter note on first string, pluck with middle, and then doing that same shape we did earlier, we're taking our pinky and putting it on first string 12th fret, ring second string 12th fret. We've got another quarter note with the middle on the first. That's at the 12th fret, backward roll. That strings 1, 2, 5, and then we jump into that same shape we were just in, 9 and 10 with index and middle, and then we pluck with index. So that measure goes. And that's leading into our first ending, which is basically the same ending as the A part. We've got middle on the first string, 9th fret. It's actually the exact same ending as the A part, except they're reversed. So we basically have it's kind of interesting how that works, but the B part has flipped the endings. So ending number 1 is just like ending number 2 in the A part. It sounds like this because it's leading it back to the B part. So we've got. So what you do is play one more B part straight through, and then ending number 2 we've already learned because it's in ending number 1, but it's leading us back to the A, and we go. And that's just our same pickup notes that we started with in the beginning of the A part. So that's leading us back into the A part. So we've got. So that's just going. So you could just kind of loop through this once you get this whole tune under your fingers. Just kind of cycle around through it. Also learn your backup so you can start to prepare for jamming and understanding how to build other solos through the chord progression. Because you could learn this melody and then you could create an alternate arrangement. But this is a great way to play this melody for this tune. So anyway, have fun with this. And take a look at the chords, try to learn those, and just play the melody real slow. Just kind of try to have fun with it, and then start calling it at jams. So have fun, and we'll see you at the next lesson.